Hello out there, and welcome to Convincing Idiots. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 200. And on our 200th episode, not only are we spending the majority of our time celebrating and hearing perhaps some familiar faces, we are also discussing the demand for rated R superhero movies and some new ones that are on the horizon, which leads us nicely into Marvel superhero role reprisals, some that may be coming. And for our final segment, we will be discussing our Mount Rushmore of fictional vehicles. So stick around, listen to the whole episode, join us in celebrating 200 episodes of Convincing Idiots. So I'm not going to hold you up. Without further ado, let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right, test.
Call it again. Convincing Idiots.
Convincing Idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the Statman, not just anyone's opinion, the Statman Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got to hold poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the
Awesome.
sea breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, for the 200th time, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
I'm Brian Gen X.
And Nikolai is again not with us this week. Might have maybe a surprise guest later. You know, we'll see how that works out. But as of right now, you have Brian and I, your hosts for this silly podcast.
That's right. For the almost 200th time we've done it. We did a couple repeat episodes in there, but
Yeah, you know.
we've been pretty consistent for all this time. So just to do 200 episodes weekly. I mean, you do the math.
And there was at least one or two good ones in there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. At least tolerable
Possibly.
ones. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Tolerable.
Yep. So it's taken us about, over 3 years, Dean, to accumulate 200
3 years,
episodes.
yeah.
Certainly some people do shows daily and all that. It's not what we do, but yeah, a lot longer, I think, than we thought we would be doing this.
A lot longer than what people wanted us to do.
Well, that was after episode 2, I think.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah, the Star Wars one, you guys are pretty good. The next one was like, I'm done. It's okay. It's fine.
Which is silly because it was essentially the same show, just broke up into two parts. Because we did it for like 4 hours. You got fucking hammered doing it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we have received many compliments and accolades and all that stuff here. And matter of fact, we just received another. I'm pulling it up here right now of our YouTube videos, Dean. These are the type of feedback we receive, and we
like feedback,
and we appreciate the honesty and so forth. So I love when YouTube recommends podcasts with 0 comments or likes, featuring dads talking about something that happened over a month ago. Now, isn't that a find?
It's only a month ago because you fucking got to listen to it later. If you had listened to it in the original airing or broadcast, it would have been a month late.
Yep. Well, plus the video I was late on editing some of the videos and getting it out there because of life.
Right.
Pal. And
we are dads.
Yeah. My response to that, Dean, was happy to oblige. There you have it. Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to say something else. I left it alone.
He didn't technically say anything bad.
No.
It's probably a little snarky, but I wouldn't say that's a bad comment.
No, it's okay.
He didn't say anything about my stupid fucking mustache this week.
Nope. Yeah. So keep the
Keep them rolling.
keep the comments coming. Yeah, that's fine. We could take it.
Good
It's
or
fine.
bad.
Good or bad.
If you're gonna be bad, fucking be creative.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. Yeah, but it did take the time
He
to
did.
write the comments. So there you go. Yep. Well, beyond celebrating our 200th episode, how you been, sir? What's going on? What's new with you?
I've been good. Not a whole lot going on. I'm alone for the week. Megan and her daughter went to up to Michigan for the week. And I have Carter, a couple times during the week. So I have a few days just by myself, which is tonight is one of them. So
you don't have a good track record.
Weird.
You don't have a great track record when your significant other goes to Michigan, if I remember correctly. Is that right, or is that?
I don't think that was me.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else. Okay. All right.
Unless you know something I don't.
No. I'm thinking something wrong.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So what else? Anything else?
Nothing else. Tried to trim my mustache, and as you see in the YouTube, it went. I normally do it with scissors, right? I'm pretty good at it. But I wanted a little bit shorter, so I took the beard trimmer and dropped it down to its lowest level, and well, it should have been maybe 1 or 2 above that because I got it down to stubble. And I wasn't going to shave the whole thing again and look that stupid. So I just look this stupid.
Yeah, it's like an Amish stubble type look, something like that.
Amish stubble, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. All right.
Other than that, just hanging out, man.
Very good. Well, we had a nice time last night playing trivia.
We did. We lost
Jeff.
Honorably.
Yeah, it's okay. It was a beautiful night sitting on the patio, and that was a good time. Yeah, for me, man, just house stuff continues. We're still working through it.
Inching closer.
Yeah, well, we're working through a potential offer for a place we like. And, we're still hanging in there with that offer. But it's also contingent that my house sells. So I checked today. Have you heard any word from the potential buyers? They came back today with various things that they want me to do to the house myself before they take possession. And so we're in this little negotiation to see what we will agree to do or not do to try to keep the sale moving on my place here and that doesn't fall apart. So, like, for instance, we'd like you to put a new furnace in. And we're saying, well, you saw the furnace before you made an offer. You had plenty of opportunities to review it. We priced the house lower because of it, for example. So let's not continue to quibble over some of this stuff. But I did agree to do a couple of things, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So we're just still working through that. So, yeah, just ongoing, man. Everything's got to, in this particular situation, it's got to hit, and we'll see. We'll just keep working through it. That's right. That's right. Worst case, Allie will move in here. She's going to move in here next week. This is my final.
There we go.
My final week, ladies and gentlemen, of living as a single bachelor in this home. I've lived in this home for 20 plus years. There was a small portion of time I had a ex-fiance living here. That was, I think, 3 weeks ago, something like that. But Allie, now we've been dating for over 5 years. Wait a minute, that's not right. Wait a minute. The timing's not quite right there. Anyway, but that's a joke. The fiance was many years ago, but
right.
Yeah, she'll be moving in here next week, and that's it. So, ladies, you missed your opportunity. That's it.
He's off the market.
Yep. That's it.
Now you're just a dad with a podcast.
That's right. With 0 likes and comments.
Talking about shit that happened months ago.
Screwing up snarky dudes, algorithms and shit like that. So, that's all right. That's all right.
Maybe he listened to more, and now he's a fan. He's listening to this one.
That's right. We're here to be stupid with us for another 200 episodes plus, and let us mess up your algorithms out there.
Right.
You know, not just on your podcast feed, but just physically, mentally, all that stuff.
I'm just surprised they put us in any algorithm. I'm just happy about that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
so why not?
By protest, but yeah. So, anyways,
right.
we'll just keep working through this stuff here. So beyond, have you seen anything interesting or anything you wish to recommend in Idiot Reviews, sir, over the past week?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Well, I'm physically actually I have it on pause when you said this. I'm trying to catch up on The Boys.
Yeah.
I have just finished season 2.
Oh boy.
I'm into season 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Couple episodes, third episode, I guess,
Yep.
of season 3. Man, I mean, I watched it years ago when it first started, but I was at somebody's house and I kind of started binge watching the first season, and I didn't, because I didn't have Prime at the time. So now I got Prime recently, so now I'm back to it. So it's not like I fell off for any sort of reason, because I just didn't have the capability. But man, what a good fucking show.
Yeah. Anything else?
Just the episode where the guy crawls into the other man's penis and blows him up. Fucking insane.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. I love the show.
Crazy show. Yeah, I just finished season 4. I won't spoil anything here, but yeah, definitely.
That's the final one, right?
Nope.
It's done.
Nope.
Oh, they're going to do another one?
One more season, season 5. It's already been green-lit. It will be its final season, and I'm sure that's where they'll, are they going to kill Homelander or not? You probably find it out in season 5. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, beyond that too, I watched. It's on Prime. I don't know if it's been out there that long or not, but I think it was from 2023. But it's new to me on Prime. But that comedian Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, that dude's funny.
Yeah, very good. It's a Hello World special. You've seen various clips on TikTok and different things out there. But just, you know what? I tell you what, he's one of the funniest current dudes out there, in my opinion. He's got a great delivery. He's a clean comic. I don't mind dirty comics either, but just his style is just, talking family stories and, marriage stories and stuff like that. Very good. So everything I've seen him in, I've enjoyed. So definitely check that out if you like him, or you're just looking to check out a newer comedian. He's one of the top guys right now for sure. And again, I mentioned season 4 of The Boys, just shocking stuff. It's very plays to the current political climate for sure.
Yeah, I have seen clips like that.
Yeah.
That it kind of gets to today's situation of right and left wing and type thing.
Yep. And I'm still enjoying America's Got Talent, the current season of that. So just a lot of great acts, and you can check that out on Peacock or the NBC app for free at your convenience. So that's it, really. Not a whole lot of time to take in a bunch of stuff right now with life being very busy. So, all right. Well, we have off camera here, we have about 200 balloons in both of our houses. I think it's 100 balloons each, something like that. So we got to go take care of those.
200,
yep. Get those together. And then we're going to come back with segment 2, pop culture headlines, and our 200th episode, Ask an Idiot segment.
There's fireworks at least.
There you have it. Yeah. High production value this week, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hold out all the stops.
That's right. I will mention, by the way, we talked about we are going to get together, and we'll keep everybody posted if you're in the Northeast Ohio area. We are going to get together and do a live episode at one of our favorite local breweries. We thought we may be doing that this evening, but I couldn't commit to it with just a lot of things going on with the house, this, that, and the other. So as soon as we're able to do that, we will keep you posted and stop out and see us if you're able to. But like I said, we'll tell you about that later. All right?
Absolutely.
All right. In the meantime, come back for segment 2.
Dos. Oh, there's the balloons. Four, 3.
Welcome back to Convincing Idiots, segment 200th.
Wow, that's a lot of segments.
Something like that. So, yes,
yeah.
That's right. So, happy to be celebrating our 200th episode with you, sir, and everybody out there listening. So, we appreciate your support.
Did you do anything to celebrate?
Well, I mean, you and I mean, we do have the we are going to be grand marshals in the Barberton Labor Day Parade to celebrate yeah.
I didn't know that, but that's good to know.
Yeah,
I
so
like that. Okay,
we'll give you the details, and we'll so something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, no, not so much. I didn't celebrate a whole bunch here. How about you? Did you do anything special? Any special preparations? Any special?
I did.
Anything for
I did.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I went out and made a couple phone calls, Brian, and I saved some money on insurance.
Aha.
Because Brian, called Blake Insurance. Because Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance agency located right here in Barberton, Ohio, Brian. They provide auto, home, renters, and business insurance with honesty, decency, and affordability. Brian, Erie Insurance is above all else in service. You will call 234-571-5359, or you can even visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com for your free, I know, crazy, right? Free 5-minute quote today. And he's treated us right all these years, and he's definitely going to treat you right and save you a little bit of money. Blake Insurance.
Very good. As we haven't mentioned this in quite a while there, but Aaron, he does the little promo at the beginning of every episode.
Yep, and he wrote the theme music.
Yes, he did. So we used 2 original theme music from Aaron. The theme that you hear at the very beginning of the episode, and then we also use a alternate theme, like for promos and different things like that. Our intros at the beginning of every episode and stuff like that. So Aaron has been a very integral part and supportive of the show.
Thank you, Aaron Blake.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Aaron and family. So we talked about, we haven't had an AI story lately. We haven't had an AI story, I'm trying to say here.
Okay. Yeah, I could have probably said that better, but it's all right.
Yeah, probably right. Yes. So we've talked about certainly actors and actresses went on strike. We talked about voice actors and actresses have went on strike as well to work through deals, right?
Okay, yeah.
Now, the video game performers have now voted to go on strike beginning Friday, citing concerns over artificial intelligence protections in a proposed new contract. So these are performers that lend themselves like voice acting and so forth. So they want to make sure that they have some protections as well. The union represents 160,000 actors and is negotiating with a group that represents video game companies, including Activision Productions, Blindlight, Disney Character Voices, Electronic Arts Productions Incorporated, and other games. So,
well, I mean, I get it because they didn't back in the day. They used to have, you'd have like, hello, heyo, you know what I mean? Like the voices were very, there weren't a lot of them, and what they did use was one words here and there. Now they're using these actors to damn near play out a movie.
That's right. Yep.
With the stop motion and the cap motion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I get it. I mean, it's a whole goddamn industry, and these things are making billions of dollars or whatnot. So yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, I just like with the other unions, good for them. I mean, it's something that they're trying to stay ahead of, right?
Yep.
And get some protection. So again, so that what they don't want is similar to what other actor strikes were. They don't want AI to be able to replicate their voices and likenesses without permissions. Very simple. Seems like it makes a lot of sense.
Seems very simple.
Yep. So I'm sure they'll get a deal, and Yeah, hang tough and get that protection. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
EA Sports. Speaking of video games, here, I know you're not a very big gamer.
Although
A
I
lot of
do hear that
folks.
it's in the game.
That's right.
Hmm.
It's in the game, and they have made a new version of a video game that they have not made since 2013. There's a new EA Sports college football game. Now, EA Sports is certainly known for Madden
Yeah,
football and other big games, and they have I think they have basketball, hockey, baseball, etc. So very big in the sports. I've had many versions of Madden over the years, going all the way back to like the Super NES or something like that. So when Madden first started out, so the games continue to evolve, but they haven't had a college football version for some time. I think it was in part because of they had likenesses that they couldn't use of the players and schools and stuff like
sure.
that. So obviously some type of new deal,
Well,
and there are
kids getting paid now. So
kids are getting paid and they're able to use their likenesses and names. So there's there's let's see, there's just a portion of kids, college athletes that did have their actual likeness in the game. Their fee that they received,
yeah,
you want to take a guess of the money amount?
for one kid, for the video game, I would say $10,000.
$600 and a copy of the game. There you have it.
Is that what it is now?
That's what they got. $600 and a copy of the game.
Jesus.
And the guys were like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it."
I
You know?
mean,
I mean, that's hard to
the
turn down. I guess if you're a
alternative
young
is
person, like
not being in the game.
exactly.
So,
I think that's pretty cool. Then
like, yeah,
you're college. You may not make it to the pros. You may not make it big in the pros, but
right. But I'm
whatever
in a
happens,
fucking video game.
you're in that game for eternity. That's correct. So
Yeah.
pretty cool. So I know a lot of people are very excited about the college football version. I mean, just college football in general is certainly very entertaining. It's a change of pace than the pros. So I'm glad that they are relaunching this, and I'm sure we'll see that continue to evolve again. I'm sure you'll see more and more student athletes. I'm sure that at some point in time, they may have to negotiate to use their likenesses, and maybe certain players at the very least, like certain maybe elite players, might be able to make some extra money by using their likeness as a more popular player or something like that. So I guess we'll
Sure.
see how it goes. Something else, Dina, people are excited about is the new Fantastic Four movie. The first
Mm-hmm.
cast photo was released by Pedro Pascal this week on social media. So he put it on his Instagram page of the four actors, including himself, that are playing the Fantastic Four. So he called it our first mission together was his Instagram quote. They look good. I know I've seen all the actors before, but I'm optimistic for this movie. So, are you excited for this? What do you think about the new Fantastic Four movie in development, or you've not given it a whole bunch of thought
No,
yet?
no, I'm quite excited. I mean, they're now under. It's going to be under the MCU, so I
Yep.
think they've had a lot more hits than misses.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that they're getting their hands on, you're at least confident and excited. I would think, right?
I think so. I mean, they're going to set it like in the '60s. It's going to be like an alternate universe. It's going to have some comedic elements, apparently. And in this
Yeah,
universe, they've been around for a while, and then I'm sure with the multiverse, they'll be able to bring them into the current the mainstream universe as well. But you're right, with the Marvel universe finally controlling this thing, maybe they'll actually do a decent version. A couple of movies were okay, but I don't know, more misses than hits with the Fantastic Four
I'm
movies,
looking at the picture
certainly.
there. It's them kind of looks backstage type situation.
Yeah, it's kind of hanging out.
All right, nice. All right, I'm
Yeah,
excited about it.
yeah. And a movie, Nick's not here, but a movie in development. That's the script is being shopped around now. I'm sure Nick will be very interested and excited for King Spawn. So Todd McFarlane, who is one of Nick's favorite comic artists of all time, is shopping around a King Spawn movie script. So this is like a different version of Spawn, and it's going to be likely a rated R movie. And Todd McFarlane is citing the fact that by the time that this episode airs, you and I would have already seen Wolverine and Deadpool, which is rated R, and certainly other Deadpool movies have been rated R as well. So it's McFarlane believes that the Wolverine and Deadpool is going to be a huge hit, which I tend to agree with.
Yeah, I would think.
So it's kind of establishing maybe there's a market for more rated R superhero movies.
Did you hear Kevin Feige just announced that Blade is going to continue, and it's going to be the second rated R movie in the MCU.
Rose the balloons again.
The balloons,
very good. Yeah. And we talked previously, they're developing a Ronin Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie as well, based on a graphic novel where all the turtles are killed but one. I think it's Leonardo. And he goes out to avenge his brothers. It's going to be a dark version of them. So, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
There's a market for all that. Yeah, absolutely. It don't have to be kid and family friendly. Give something to.
Hold on. Wait a minute, everybody. Hold on.
And we have a run-in, yes.
Run-in. Oh, my God. That's Millennial Nick music. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Business is about to pick up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God. What's happening, boys?
God. Look at you. You are handsome.
Thank you.
Wow.
You haven't seen me in a long time.
Well rested.
Yeah, I didn't go on vacation with you a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
This is the first time I'm seeing you
all weekend together.
Summer.
It is the first time I'm seeing that much of your face in a while, so that's new.
No, the mustache. I fucked up trimming it.
Okay. Do a little Amish thing there?
No, it's down to the stubble, but it's still there.
Okay.
I know how dumb I look.
Okay. No, I dig it.
It was either that or shaving all of it, and we know what that looked like. So
sure. Yeah.
I'll do this for now. It'll grow back faster.
Trying to keep the girl around,
Sure.
Well, no, she left to Michigan. I shaved it, and she got the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Couldn't stay in the goddamn state.
How we doing, fellers?
Doing well, sir.
Happy 200th episode to you, gentlemen.
200. Wow.
I mean, it's not my 200th episode, but
this is Nick's 100th episode, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
That's right. My 100th, your 200th. Boys, we finally made it together. We are at
Look at that.
All right,
look at
that. All right, well, carry on. Don't let me interrupt you. Go as you were.
I literally just said your name, Nick, right before you came on here. So we're talking about some pop culture headlines, and I said that Nick would be very interested in the development of this movie. Todd McFarlane is shopping around a script for King Spawn. So have you heard of this, Nick?
Oh, yes, I have. So I know King Spawn is a newer branch of the Spawn universe. I don't know much about it as I have not picked up any of the copies yet, but I know that and so it's kind of funny. I didn't actually know that, but I know that they've been still working on getting the original, not the original, but a new Spawn movie together with Jamie Foxx and stuff like that. So I know they're still working on that one. So I didn't know they were actually looking to do a King Spawn one, though. That's pretty cool.
Hey, shopping the script now, it says, and he's citing part of it because of the interest in, there's a market for rated R superhero movies, citing, certainly Wolverine and Deadpool opens up this weekend. So pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah. I know there was also talks of a Sam and Twitch side series on Netflix. And Sam and Twitch are two detectives in the Spawn comics that would follow them around. And
I remember you mentioning that a bit ago.
Yeah. So, but once again, I haven't heard anything more of that. So I don't know if that was just kind of something like this. They were shopping around. I don't know if it ever got picked up or not. But I, as you guys know, I'm a big Spawn fan, so I'm here for all the Spawn content.
Very good.
You produced a couple evil ones already, so
that's right. I have. Yeah. All about that Spawn tent.
That's right.
Spawn tent. That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look at that. He comes right back. He gives a tags a new phrase.
I've got so many puns I've been
Hashtag
saving up for you
content.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah. A new bundle, gentlemen. We talked about the development of this. It's launching on the 20. So today, I believe.
25th?
So I believe so. Yes, today, Thursday, July 25th. So Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max. You can bundle all three for a discounted price. So it's cheaper than
I'm doing the
subscribing to
math
all
in my
three
head.
individually.
Yeah, I have them all.
So,
Yeah, but
honey, you said
Go ahead.
Hulu what?
Hulu, Disney Plus, and Max, and these are even different
Okay.
companies, competing companies that got together to offer this bundle here. So the cost of this is I just had it right in front of me here, $16.99 a month with ads for all three,
That's not bad.
or $29.99 a month without ads. If you buy them individually, you're spending more money basically. So this is like about a 38% savings if you bundle the three. Now, if you already have a subscription to these, you are able to bundle them with this new price, or certainly if you have one
Will
you
it
haven't added, you could do
automatically
that.
bundle? I wonder.
Or do you got to call somebody?
You have to register online. So
Call
that is-
somebody, Dean. What is it? 2004? Come on,
Yeah.
call
Sorry.
somebody. Yeah, come on.
I'm old. What can I say?
You can
Well,
only
I know.
do it. Go ahead. Sorry.
The reason I ask is I know when Disney Plus first came out, I'd already had ESPN Plus and I had already had Hulu. And then when Disney Plus came out and they bundled them all together, I didn't have to do anything. It automatically recognized that I had those, and I paid a cheaper price for all three of them together.
Okay. It says no. You have to go. You have to go on to one of their three sites, one of the three, and register for the bundle. Looks like what you have to do.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
I like it.
I think I have all three too. I think Ali has one. I have two of the other ones. So yeah, that's a great deal. Why not?
That will
Good to see
Mark.
it.
This is
Save
the
us some
first
money.
time showing up on this podcast has made or saved me money. So there we go.
That's right.
There you go.
There we go.
That's right.
Only took 200 episodes, but we got there.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we talked about Wolverine and Deadpool movie debuting this weekend, guys. So some social media buzz out there. Kevin Feige, since Hugh Jackman has come back to reprise his role of Wolverine, certainly, and I'd say alternate version of Wolverine. It was not the Wolverine that died in the Logan movie, the
And he
original
also made reference
storyline.
that there could be another actor playing Wolverine in this movie somewhere.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, matter of fact, that's in the trailer. They kind of spoiled some of that, but
yeah, I've been trying to watch less and less of those because they're just giving way too much away.
I haven't watched a trailer of that in a while. I agree with you.
Yep, I watched the first couple.
Yep, I just want to go see it and be surprised and all that. So, but someone had asked him, well, since Hugh Jackman has come back, could there be a possibility for someone like Robert Downey Jr. to come back and reprise his role of Iron Man in a similar way? And Kevin Feige did not say no. He's made it very clear, though, that the original storyline with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man in the Avengers movie, where he sacrificed himself, right? That version is dead, right? But
it'd be an alternate universe.
Yes. Right. So he said it can be done if great care is taken. And I know Robert Downey Jr. he's expressed that if he has a chance to come back, then he certainly would, So, first of all, that's going to get into our Ask the Idiot question here, guys. So, do you want to see some of these former Marvel actors come back? Now, there hasn't been many that's been killed off, right? You get Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and certainly Robert Downey Jr.
Chris Evans technically wasn't killed off.
Well, you're right. He sort of stopped playing the role, though. You're right.
Right.
That stopped playing the role, put it that way. Do you have an interest to see all of them come back in some type of whether it be an alternate version of themselves, or Chris Evans certainly could find his way back as the original Steve Rogers, or you just like, nah, these guys have been around, they've sort of phased themselves out, and let's continue to try to develop the new characters out there in the universe. So, Nick, why don't we start with you, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to bring them back because first of all, it's not really been that long. You know, you're not people are connected to those actors portraying those characters, right? And we've talked in past episodes about kind of the dip in interest in Marvel and this new phase, and so I don't see a problem with bringing those guys back, but at the same time, does it get to the point to where it's a little like a cash grab, like a little gimmicky, like a bringing old wrestlers back when they're past their prime? Now, this is not that because these guys, the guys that played in these Marvel movies as these characters are, still great actors and still, very capable of portraying those roles. But I mean, those are the main characters of Marvel, the main ones that generated all this interest that people know and love. And I feel like, if anything, people would be ecstatic to have them back, if nothing else, just for the nostalgia factor. So I don't see I mean, I absolutely, I think it, and I could see it even becoming more and more likely as they continue down this path with these newer characters. And if people aren't latching onto them and they're not seeing money roll in like the way they were used to with those first set of Marvel movies and characters, then like absolutely, I could see them. And I don't know, it's kind of one of those things where yeah, like, people tend to like, if we got some version of Star Wars, let's just say, we didn't have Mark Hamill playing Luke Skywalker as a young man and as an older man. We've had the benefit of seeing Mark Hamill portray Luke Skywalker through all of that time, right? So, but let's just say we didn't have that, and when somebody played Luke Skywalker in a point in his life that wasn't Mark Hamill, we'd certainly tie Mark Hamill to that character. So much in the same, I think, because the popularity that all of these characters have gotten to by being portrayed as the actors that are playing them, those people will forever be tied to those roles. You know what I mean? Or at least in this generation of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I could definitely see them trying to bring them back, and I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. You know what I mean? So,
I agree.
Dean,
what do you think? Yeah.
What you got to take into consideration is that these are comic book movies. In the comic books, a lot weirder shit happened. They could and did do anything with these characters. Brought back different versions and older and younger. They rebooted them and started this and that. They had a wide range to play with, and you are making comic book movies. You should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to do some of the wildest shit. People will go on the ride with you if it's like Kevin Feige said, if it's taken care of and done with care. I think people will go on that ride, and hopefully they do. I love the idea.
Yeah, but
if you're gonna do it, you have to tweak the character. You know what I mean? Robert Downey Jr. can't come back with, if he's coming from a different dimension, he's got to be from a different universe. He's got to be different somehow. You know what I mean? Maybe character wise or look wise or something. So each person, I mean, it's going to be slightly different. Like you have, obviously, you got a Lady Deadpool. You have Dog Pool, whatever they call it. So I mean, all these different versions of different people and different characters. You got to portray that. Just have fun with it. I want it all. Bring it.
Yeah, Loki did that well. The Loki series did all that well. Well, you're right. They have different versions.
There's a fucking alligator Loki. Come on.
Yeah. Right. The Spider-Verse movies, there's all, there's different versions of Peter Parker, and even the live action, we've gotten all the versions of Spider-Man portrayed in different cinematic forms in one movie. So, I mean, yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah, bring back Robert Downey Jr. with like the Amish stubble look that Dean has. You know what I'm saying?
Right, dickhead.
So that'd be good. Yeah,
he could be as cool as fucking I am.
Yeah, Jedediah Stark. There you go.
Jedediah Stark.
Jedediah Stark.
We're gonna raise your barn today.
Yeah,
we'll have it up in here in a couple hours. I say, don't worry about it. We'll get it up there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring him back. You know what? I wonder if they'll. I wonder
Bring
if
him
they'll.
back. Bring him young.
Yes, I would be. It
It's
would
the
be
name
very
of a
interesting.
college, Nick.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. Yes, bring him young. Yes, that's right.
He thought I was saying, you cheeky bastard.
I wouldn't put it past you to make a comment like that.
I wouldn't either.
I will guess that we might see that happen maybe in the Secret Wars movie, that they'll set all that up there, because Secret Wars are going to bring back a lot of characters from different universes and
Yeah.
things. That's where I think they're going to blend the current Fantastic Four and bring those into the current Marvel universe. You know, Tobey Maguire is supposed to come back as Spider-Man again, and he's going to be maybe a leader in that, as the rumor. So that'd be an opportune time to bring in those other versions of, Captain America, not Captain America. You could bring Steve Rogers. It could be the
Sure.
Steve Rogers or a version of him, certainly. You could bring back all of them for that, So, and they're all great in those roles.
And at least
I don't know if
one superhero has to be bad, or one bad guy has to be good in said universe to make it cool and interesting.
Right. Like, what newer Marvel franchise are you really excited for? I'm excited for this Deadpool movie.
Yep.
But I'm also part of that just because I want to see Hugh Jackman in as Wolverine. I loved him so much in that role. I mean, there's other ones that are fine. Like, I like Shang's. Was it Shang Tsung? The
No,
10
that's
rings and all.
That's the bad guy in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that's right. It sure is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Thank you very much. You know what? Shang-Chi
Liu
versus
Kang
Shang Tsung.
in the ring, in the Legend
I
of the
like
Ring.
it. I like that.
Captain America. What was his name? Johnny Cage, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I'd see that.
Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, how about Johnny Cage as Captain America in an alternate universe?
I like that.
I'll take it.
Huh?
I got a question for you guys. All right, since we're on the subject, give me one cameo in the upcoming Deadpool movie that you hope to see. Could be far out there. Could be. I think I'm going to go first. I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you one I think you're going to see, and a far out one that I'd like to see.
Okay, go ahead.
I honestly think you're going to see Tony Stark. Whether it be an end credit or somewhere, and I'm not counting like the video screen he's going to be looking at where he sees all the happenings of the Earth, but I think you're going to see him somewhere somehow.
Okay.
Who I would far off love to see, Pedro Pascal. Give me his first glimpse of him. You know what I mean? And you don't even have to explain it. It could be a future thing where like, you're going to see him do this in a couple of movies from now or something like that. I don't know. You could play. I mean, you're doing time travel, multiverse. There's so much shit you can do. So
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Brian?
A goofy one I think would be fun to see. Give me Ben Affleck as Daredevil. Bring that out there, because you're going to have Jennifer Garner's she's going to be in it as
she is going to be in it. Yeah.
That would not be shocking to see Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I think that would be fun.
Nope.
That movie was so wacky and goofy. Give me that.
You want to do a wacky one? You do Matt Damon as a Daredevil.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, just get weird about it. I mean,
it's a multiverse. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
That would have the same homage. It's like, I see what they're doing there, because it's not Ben Affleck, it's Matt Damon as there. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, what about you?
Just because I'm partial to the character, and they've done these spin-off series in the comics of the Venomverse and the different Venomized versions of Venomized Deadpool has been in the comics, and in fact, Oliver has a Funko Pop of one in his room right now. But like a Venomized Deadpool would be cool, and to see them somehow tie in the.
I got a bunch right here.
The Tom Hardy Venom character in there somewhere would be really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Something like that. I'd like that cameo. And additionally, that's maybe a more realistic pick. My far out version, Salacious Crumb. Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars. Let's figure out a way. If in the Star Wars universe he's not going to get his own movie, let's get some more Salacious Crumb content.
Right. All right.
There you go.
I like this.
There you go. Could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Could happen. You never know.
Never know.
Yep. All right. Well, what could happen and what will happen is we're going to take a break and come back with segment 3, our main segment this evening, our 200th extravaganza. Nick is going to go back and recap every episode that he was ever in, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
It's gonna be a while.
We did one where we talked about wrestlers and we told Dean how cool Kiss was, and that's basically the amount of shows I've been on.
That's right.
Yep, it might be that, or it might be something else here. So we'll tell you all about that though after the break.
Yep.
Coming in hot, and in 5, baby, and in 4, bringing in more, and 3, and then in 2,
and welcome back to Convincing Idiots, this very special 200th episode of Convincing Idiots. I am Millennial Nick, alongside Daniel Dean and Gen X Brian. That's right. And for our third and final segment this evening, gentlemen, we're fond of our Mount Rushmores here. Well, what better way to spend our 200th episode than discussing another Mount Rushmore of idiot picks? Today, it will be some of our favorite fictional vehicles. So we all drive very fantastical, expensive, top-notch vehicles, but they are real and practical. So we are going to step outside of the box and discuss some of our favorite fictional vehicles. So Brian, you were alive for the invention of the very first vehicle.
That's right.
Why don't you tell us which one you prefer?
Yeah, Dean actually drives an actual Wienermobile, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
the Oscar Wienermobile. Yeah,
I do.
It's weird how he painted a head on the end of the driver's seat, but that's kind of weird. Okay, but anyway.
The trick is watching me make it disappear.
I'm going to start with, guys, the greatest superhero vehicle in existence. The vehicle itself is almost as famous as the superhero who drives the vehicle, the Batmobile.
Good one.
All the iterations of the Batmobile, certainly in the comics, and then brought to life originally with the great version on the Adam West Batman series. Certainly the Tim Burton Batman movies, the whole different. Every Batman movie, the Batmobile in itself is a character.
But you say that, Brian. Now, feet to the fire, you get to own one. Which version are you buying?
That's easy. I'm getting the Adam West 66 version. That's it. That's the one you want. It's the open air, the coolness. Yeah, that's the one. I don't want to drive around a fucking,
a tank.
Not the Christopher, not that one. Not the Christopher Nolan trilogy one. It's cool in a movie, but not for driving around the road for fun. But yeah, the Adam West
might have bad acting in the vehicle too. You got to be careful on that.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed the aesthetic of the. I did like the Batman Forever Batmobile with the glowing kind of hood.
Oh yeah,
with the neons underneath and stuff. I mean, just
like the single
visually
wing in the back.
Yeah, one wing on the back. It was kind of cool. Yeah, but yeah, many
cool
versions
as well.
Yeah, many cool versions of the Batmobile. And to me, it's funny. The one I default to in my mind, and this could be, I'm sure, with you guys, maybe it is the Adam West one. But when I think Batmobile, I think of the Michael Keaton Batmobile from the first two movies.
Well, that's the first big one in the movie.
See it, yeah.
Yep. Very cool version for sure.
All right, Nick.
Yeah.
What's your pick?
Oh, you gonna ask me what to go next? Sorry, I forgot how this works. I don't know. You just said my name. You could be asking me anything in the world. So okay, what's up? What's going on? How you been? All right, my first pick. you know what? There's a lot of cool cars portrayed in film and TV shows alike, but one always specifically stood out to me. Not only was it super cool and the gadgets that it had and the functionality it had also had a super cool driver. And I'm going to go with Kit from Knight Rider. I always thought Kit was pretty cool. You know, it's like a built-in best friend too. He talks to you. You know, you can have deep conversations with him, and you know, your buddy swings by and picks you up when you're not behind the driver's seat. He does cool stuff for you. So, Kit is a multifunctional tool and had a kick-ass theme song. And man, Knight Rider just I don't know. When I watched it as a young lad, Kit had a big impression on me. So I'm gonna put Kit on my Mount Rushmore.
You'd never be lonely.
No, you never.
You'd always have somebody to talk to. He could drive for you.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was the voice of fucking Mr. Feeney. So I mean, come on.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
That wins all day, every day.
I'd make Kit call me Mr. Matthews if I had Kit.
I totally get that. 1,000%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go. Well, you know what? I'm going to start backwards on my list. I'm going to go the DeLorean from the Back to the Future movies.
Yeah.
Very cool car.
I mean, as a kid, I'd never seen anything like it. It was metal, like there's no paint job. Like, who did that, right? I mean, now you have these what is it, Tesla trucks? Have you seen these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the
all the
Cybertruck.
metal, the Cybertrucks. Yeah. But yeah, with the doors that come up, and you could travel to 1955. So yeah, there's nothing about that that isn't awesome.
Yeah, they're good features.
Now,
you don't see those on cars anymore.
No. The flux capacitor didn't sell as well as they thought it would, so they kind of discontinued it. Yeah, definitely the now, which one would you choose? Do you go Back to the Future 2 with the flying, or do you just stick with a generic on the ground roadster?
I'll give you the flying one.
Yeah.
You feed had the Mr. Fusion thing in it. You just put garbage in it to power it. I mean, what more do you want? You know,
wheels flip up, you can fly around into the future.
That's right.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's another one where dudes, if they have money, that's another vehicle that guys that go out and they find things to restore and all that. The DeLorean.
Yeah, you can get them.
They set those up and they put the flux capacitors in them and show them and all that. That's another one, like the Batmobiles, that people I think long for, if nothing else, because it was such an impression on their childhood that they go out and get the actual DeLorean, you know.
Well, the professional wrestler Jerry the King Lawler owns one of the original Batmobiles from the '60s TV show.
Wow!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. All right. So, my pick is the DeLorean, Back to the Future.
Fantastic.
Very good,
Brian. What do you got?
Good. I'm going to give you the Ecto 1. This is the Ghostbusters car. The original one, like in the '84 movie, that's the one I like. You know, the ones in the newer ones, that's cool with the whole gunner seat. That's fine.
Nah, but you want the original.
The original one, and it's still one of my favorite scenes of that movie where they show it for the first time in action. They turn it on. They have the sirens, and then the whole wailing siren and everything, and it pulls out. I just love that scene so much here, just with a beat up looking thing with the logos on the side. Just that's a great car. So Ecto 1 is one of my favorite vehicles, fictional vehicles. Yeah,
very good. Nikolai.
All right. My next one has always been a personal favorite from childhood as well. And of course, it is a Star Wars one. There are many amazing vehicles you could choose from Star Wars. A couple that I had to struggle with like which ones to fit on my list here. But ultimately, one of the coolest things to me was always Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
The reason is like the curved wings. It looks like the rest of them, but it's special because it's his. It's modified. It's got the curved wings. It's just very cool. It just is synonymous with the kid with an all-time cool character. And if I could have a flying craft, I would have to say it would probably be Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. The thing looks like it zips in and out of tight places pretty well.
Yeah.
Didn't do so great in the trench there in New Hope, but other than that,
Well.
it's a good maneuverability, but just very cool and sleek looking. So Darth Vader's TIE Fighter is certainly on my list.
All right. Well, Brian, go ahead.
No, I'll just say I got that toy, the original Kenner toy, one Christmas, the Darth Vader TIE Fighter. That was one of my favorite toys back then. To put Darth Vader in it, flying it, but it was gray and, like you said, just a whole different look to it.
Yeah,
very, very cool.
I had one that was one of the micro machines that they made, and it had a tiny little, nearly microscopic Darth Vader that bent at the waist that you could sit down in there, and it was pretty cool.
I've got both of those. What you guys just said in the bin right over here. Carter's got all of those.
I thought you were going to say you had a micro machine in your pants, but that you went somewhere different with it. So.
Well, it's not a machine. It's micro. It's just not a machine. Motherfucker needs oiled. See, your TIE Fighter,
micro girth, massive disappointment.
I just think we found the title of my autobiography. Nick, your choice was blasted out of the space, I guess you could say, in the trench scene because of my next choice, and that is the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, nice.
I mean, the Millennium Falcon is hands down the coolest, right? With the two drivers, or the co-pilot and the pilot, and then it just looked awesome. Even though, like, they made a point of that it was just a beat up old freighter, but still, you know it as Han Solo's fucking ride. So there's nothing cooler to me than the Millennium Falcon. That's why it's number 2 on my list.
Yeah, I think of all the vehicles, in my opinion, of this in any Star Wars vehicle, that vehicle was a character. Yeah, the Millennium Falcon was a separate character in that movie. It was referred to so often. It was such an integral part of that universe. And when you saw it, I don't know that I got any more excited to see any. Maybe Darth Vader's TIE Fighter was definitely cool, but to see the Millennium Falcon on screen was like, that was exciting.
Well, then you have the movie Solo, where you find out why it had its own personality. That what K2SO memory or whatever data bank was placed inside her. So that's why the Millennium Falcon has its own personality, is because of K2SO.
Okay. Completely unnecessary, but that was okay. Yeah. Anyway.
You talking about me saying it, or did it happen?
No, not you just saying it.
I don't know why you say things sometimes.
Yeah, that storyline was you didn't need to get the ship had its own personality because it was a rundown ship, and that made it kind of fun and funny.
Yeah,
because it was Han Solo, it was his baby, and bumping it and hitting it to get things to work and all that stuff. You didn't need to make it alive, if you will. But anyways.
If you will, baby.
And off camera here, you can't see it, but over here I have it hanging up right now still. My original Millennium Falcon ship I got as a kid. That was the ultimate ship toy that I ever received. Was the original Millennium Falcon toy. Had like the little Luke Skywalker, global thing that they had to train against. They had the little chessboard in there and stuff, and just a great toy and a great ship. Just had a great look to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brian, what's next on your list?
Okay. The Munstermobile.
Okay.
From the Munsters, the original Munsters. It was the crazy car that they had where it was like a dragster thing, and it had a crazy look to it. It had the weird high bench in the back where like Grandpa sat and everything. So that's another one. It's just the car on the show. You didn't see it a whole bunch, but the car was its own character as well. Just how weird and creepy it was. That's it. I always loved seeing it. You didn't see it a whole bunch, but like I said, when I saw it, I loved it. So the Munstermobile.
Very cool.
Nice. Yeah. Nick?
Next up, any kid that was raised in the 90s, probably specifically a boy, everybody dreamed of potentially being a Power Ranger, but certainly being able to operate a Megazord. And the Megazord for you guys, and well, you guys, familiar with Voltron, same premise, right? All the different vehicles, the machines come together and form the ultimate robot. Now, typically, I don't know if you necessarily need all 5 people operating the Megazord or not, but there's a spot in there for 5 people. But not only with a Megazord do you get the Megazord, but you also, if you want to just break off a Mastodon or a Triceratops, a saber-toothed tiger, a Tyrannosaurus, or a pterodactyl, you just have those too. You have 5 different vehicles separately, and then combining into one Megazord, in which you just walk around and fuck shit up with. So a Megazord would definitely be a pretty awesome vehicle to get around in. I mean, granted, in that form, you're basically walking around, but still, it's a vehicle nonetheless.
Right. Well, like I'd asked Brian there, Nick, which one do you choose?
Oh, well, for me,
feet
yeah,
to the fire.
Yeah, for me, or like which singular
Yeah,
piece? Okay, because there are different variations. Power Rangers,
you
each
could
season is a different.
choose
They all
any
look
of
different.
them.
So the original
Sure.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers one is the Megazord. That's the one you want. For me, I was partial to Black Ranger, which was the Mastodon, so I'm tempted to take that. However, when they show the different scenes of them all coming from their prehistoric planes and forming into one, the saber-toothed tiger looks like it's really just fucking giving her. Like it's going real
All
fast.
right.
It's leaping over tree lines and shit. And so
Sure.
I think the Yellow Ranger, saber-toothed tiger
Okay.
would probably be the one I would go with singularly if I had to choose.
All right. That's a good choice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right. My next one is, you know what, Nick, I don't know if you're going to understand this. Brian, you will, back in the 1980s.
Is there a night court vehicle or?
Oh, no, it's close. The television show was Airwolf. And there was a Black Ops helicopter that they used for the television show Airwolf. And that's what it was. It was Knight Rider, but with a helicopter.
So not a basketball playing werewolf.
No.
Okay, that's kind of what I was getting from the title. All right.
No.
Okay.
That's Teen Wolf.
Yes, that's the one.
Teen Wolf.
Yes.
Airwolf. It was just a
Airwolf would've
badass
worked.
helicopter. I think I had a toy of Airwolf at one time.
Yep.
If I remember
Jan Michael
correctly.
Vincent, right?
Jan Michael Vincent. And Ernest Borgnine.
Yes, that's
was
right.
his friend or whatnot. So, yeah. Probably a shitty show, but if you went back and watched it, but the helicopter was fucking righteous.
Nice.
The 80s loved helicopters. The 80s
They
were
sure
big on
did.
helicopters. They had that one. They had
Magnum
the Magnum
had
PI.
one. Yeah.
You had
Choppers. Yeah.
The Chopper.
You had Riptide was another one that had an old helicopter in it and stuff. Was like a weird cop show, stuff like that. So anyway, yeah.
They knew what they were doing. They knew people's love and excitement for the Chopper.
That's right.
That's right. Yep. We got the younger boomers and the young Gen X kids. They like helicopters.
That's right.
Get me more copters.
What if we get him a helicopter? No, we need to get him a chopper. No, that's what I said. The helicopter. No helicopter. We're gonna get chopper.
It has to be a chopper. Do it. Put it in there now, chopper. It's like much like today, except instead of back then, people wanted and needed choppers. But like today, the vehicle that everyone is after is electric bikes. That's all the rage. Everybody, they want electric bikes in movies. They want electric bikes in television shows. And where is the spot that you would go to find all of your film quality electric bikes? Not just good sense, not just for you, the consumer, but what is worthy to be put on a roll of film? Well, that would be none other than from our friends at RPM Bike Shop. They have the finest selection of electric bikes to offer you. They're located right near here in Carrollton, Ohio. And if you don't believe me, well, I would invite you to go to their website, which is rpmbikeshop.com. Take a look for yourself. You can also go to their Facebook page by searching up RPM Bike Shop on Facebook, or give them a call at 330-808-7792 today. And when you go there, make sure that Convincing Idiots told you about them. and that Millennial Nick specifically sends his love to RPM Bike Shop, and apologies for not being here for them for the last few weeks. But RPM Bike Shop, that's the way to go. If you're putting an electric bike under your ass or on film, RPM Bike Shop.
If Arnold
Very good.
Schwarzenegger was to ride on an electric bike, would he be an electric biker?
He would absolutely be an electric biker. He would go
Yeah,
to RPM right in Carlton and say, "Give it to me. Give me the bike now." And he would ride electricity all the way to the next taping of Convincing Idiots.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, I talked to our friends at RPM Bike Shop here, guys. Their sales have been down
Yeah, they,
94%.
Mhm.
94% without
Wonder
Nick
why that
doing the
is.
spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn. Sorry,
Yep.
we'll
They're like,
turn it
people are
around.
still hearing them, but Brian Reed just doesn't have the, gravitas
That's
that
right.
Nicholas
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Bike, get it.
Mhm. That's right.
RPM, something
Yep.
like that. Yep.
That's right.
Get
it.
Lightning bike,
Fucking-
speed, and Alexander Graham Bell.
That's right. Yep.
My name is Millennial Nick, and I love three things: chewing bubblegum, kicking ass, and electric fucking bikes.
There you go.
Goddamn right.
You can keep that slogan,
That's right.
Julie,
Mhm.
Rob. Yep. There you have it. I want to see Jan Michael Vincent ride in an electric bike. I would like that.
So would I. He's been dead
Yeah.
for years, so that would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Pretty
is
cool.
incredible.
Pretty cool. The CGI, AI version. I like it. Okay. Whose turn is it? No, Nick, you have to do. I think you have to do your actual selection.
Yeah,
I
I
believe.
think it's your
Yes.
turn there.
Was it my turn? We were finishing up on
No,
somebody
I said
else.
Airwolf, right?
Airwolf, yeah. So it's the helicopters, the choppas,
So it's
and
Brian.
then the
Okay.
bikers, and then the now is me. Okay.
That's right.
All
Okay.
right.
Yep.
My next selection is going to be, I'm guessing, one that neither of you have. I am going to choose the Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
be Harry's.
Oh,
I mean, what's
yeah.
that
Absolutely.
like? Yeah, it's just a big
Good.
van with a bunch of loose dogs in the back, but
But
it
it's
looks like a
awesome.
giant dog.
That's
It's
yeah.
great, and you get to dress up like a dog when you drive it.
Right.
I mean, as you know, you could probably get it for the price of what did he sell it for? A scooter? No, it was a scooter. He sold the van. He traded the van for a scooter, right? In Dumb and Dumber, yes. So definitely, for the exchange of a scooter or perhaps like a BMX
totally
bike,
do it.
You could probably have a Mutt Cuts van. So I'm going to put the Mutt Cuts van on my Mount Rushmore of fictional rides. And
Sure.
the funnest thing about it, perhaps, is that it doesn't have to be fictional. Anyone with the right know-how could make that a real
Yeah,
thing.
you definitely make it.
Mm-hmm.
Little stitching pattern in your
Yeah,
put the cloth and the
yeah,
Sure.
You're gonna want to live somewhere that's not like that doesn't have like a lot of weather happening. That's more of a
Mhm.
Florida, California
Yeah, just-
situation.
It's just
Mhm.
wet and stays wet
Right.
forever.
Like a wet dog vehicle.
It
Yeah.
rained 13 years ago, and now my van is eternally wet.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't quite get it to shake.
Right.
Off.
Try rocket like, okay, now we go left, now we go right, now we go left, now we go right.
Yeah, you
and
could
shake
give
off.
it a shot.
Yeah.
The ears are just banging up against the walls, and it's a whole thing. All right, Brian, I think we skipped you there, so it's your turn there.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've done 4.
Okay. The
I've done
Mystery
3.
Machine.
There we go.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
A lot of weed smoking, sandwich eating, and mysteries being solved from that vehicle, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, what's that like?
Maybe some stink finger things happening. I don't even know what's going on in there, but yep, something like
It's
that.
a mystery. What happens in the machine
That's right.
remains a mystery. That's right.
That's right.
Smells like weed, salami, and sex.
Dog
But
farts.
in the cartoons, is definitely one of the coolest vehicles, and that's another one that you've seen, live action. Of course, they've had the live action movie versions and the Scooby-Doo movies. Just another cool one. If that's if you give me a vehicle that I could have, that would be one that I would consider to have or actual version of that to drive around. It's cool. It's noticeable. It's fun. So there you go. To do anything special? Nope. It just got those kids around.
Just looks awesome.
That's right. Very hard to. It's not going to blend in well if they're trying to be
Inconspicuous.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Correct.
but but it's cool. It's iconic.
Yeah.
There you have it. Mystery
Like it.
Machine. Yep.
I like it.
Good color combo too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Steve?
I'm going to go with well, this one's easy. Why wouldn't anybody, given the chance to own Optimus Prime? You own Optimus Prime.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Here you go.
You could ride him as a fucking truck, or he could be a giant robot.
Or you can
stomp
ride
on
him as a
shit.
robot.
Yeah, I'll ride that fucking robot, dick. Hell yeah. Oh no, I've got oil all over my leg. Fuck yeah! Oh, Optimus Prime would be awesome. First of all, it's just
cool.
it's a badass looking truck.
Mhm.
Sure.
And then again, he's a giant robot. So yeah, Optimus Prime all day.
There you go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think we're going on our last pick there, boys.
Yeah, my last one here coming up is it's quite simple and similar in sentiment to Brian's last pick. Nothing special, just gets you around, although there is one special feature, and I'll get back to that. But I'm gonna go with the Mirthmobile from Wayne's World. Pretty sure it's just
Sure.
like a gremlin with fire flame decals painted on the side. And it does noticeably have a very distinct feature in that it has a Twizzler dispenser on the hood, from the hood. So
Sure.
Need I say more?
Right off the bat, yeah.
Yeah, right. Mirthmobile. It was the Garth's vehicle to get around and transport Wayne. So yeah, the Mirthmobile.
That's good. I'd drive the Mirthmobile.
Yeah. Brian, what would you drive?
Brian.
Well, I had an overlap of the Millennium Falcon, so I will replace that with. I'm going to put in. This is one of my favorite animated vehicles as a kid, the Fiery Phoenix. I don't know if you guys know what that's even from. The Battle of the Planets. It was like an anime type series. It was like teenage kids, and they dressed up like birds. I don't know if you remember this or not. And
Sounds like a fever dream. I don't think it's real.
Casey Kasem actually did one of the voices back then.
Of course he did. Mm-hmm.
You're right. And the ship, look, it was a cool ship to begin with, but they would turn it into the Fiery Phoenix. So the ship would sort of like catch on. It looked like it caught on fire. It became literally a fire bird, and it used
Sure.
it just became more powerful and all that, and that was the thing. So the Battle of the Planets, you can find it. I think there is a free streaming station out there called G-Force. That was the name of the group, and they just fought this weird Zoltar type dude, and it was a fun show at its time. But the ship was cool, and the Fiery Phoenix was always exciting as a kid when they would turn the ship into the Fiery Phoenix to take on whatever creature that was fighting and stuff like that. But yeah, just cool, fun, nostalgic, powerful.
Just like you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right. For my last pick, let me tell you a little story. Back in 1985, 1986, the Dodge car company made what was called the M4S. Now, they didn't put this into mass production. They didn't ultimately end up doing it. It ended up being a pace car later in its time. But for a brief period of filming a movie in 1986, they used it in a little movie called The Wraith. Brian, you might remember this. This car was style and sleekness, and they produced it just for this movie, and they never, I guess, produced any more of them. Let me see if I can. That was the car they used.
Oh, that's cool.
In the Wraith. This car was Nick. I did a whole thing of it last week, but the Wraith was a movie about a teenager who was killed by this gang of I think they were drag racers, like a gang.
Okay.
And then he comes back as a ghost demon type thing. There is actually the poster. He wore like a suit with a helmet, but it was Charlie Sheen. But he was a ghost.
This is
And
what year?
1986. The
Okay.
Wraith.
The Wraith.
And we're this
Sounds
is
like
definitely
Wraith
going to
for the
movie.
list?
We're all going to
The Wraith?
Yes,
Like
the Wraith.
Mike Tyson saying it with a Wraith.
We're going
Yeah, the
with
Wraith
the
car
Wraith,
driver.
baby. The Wraith
The
car
Wraith car
driver.
driver.
Yeah. So the Dodge M4S from the movie The Wraith is my vehicle pick. My last vehicle pick.
Man.
It's a cool car.
You weren't expecting that one, were you, Brian?
Maybe semi.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Is that everyone did
That's it
their
for me.
5?
Yep.
That's a 5-er.
That's a
Any
5.
honorable mentions you want to mention quickly, Nick?
Yeah, certainly the Slave One was one that I when I was in Star Wars vehicles, the Slave One's always been up there. Definitely a cool vehicle. That's the main one that comes to mind. Like I said, I comprised my list very recently, but Slave One was obviously one that comes to mind.
And the sound that it made too was one of the coolest sounds when the ship flew off the Slave One. Yeah,
Back
and
then
the way it
you
lands
came
and
up,
then goes
and then you had to go
upright,
up.
and
the whole deal.
Very cool.
Well, the Slave One made its appearance on the Boba Fett show. No, it was at the Mandalorian. Did the Slave One come down?
Yep.
Yes.
I was so stoked, man. I was probably as excited to see Slave One as anything on that series. When that came down, I felt like a kid again, seeing that and hearing that sound again. So anyway.
My honorable mentions, you guys already picked them on your actual list. So off the top of my head, I'm going to go this same kind of route Nick has. I'm going to go Jabba's sail barge.
Sure.
Who wouldn't want that big bastard driving you around the desert, dancing and singing and listening to music? Yeah.
Serving you drinks. Yeah. Making people walk the plank into the Sarlacc pit.
Absolutely. That's a good Saturday. If you
good day out in the sun. That's a nice,
I like
nice
that. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm tired of your goddamn dumb jokes. Get to walk the plank.
I'm screwed.
Walk the plank. That's it.
Brian.
Right? Yep.
You got any honorable mentions?
Are we doing one at a time? We're going through the whole quick.
I just had one because all mine were taken by your guys' actual picks. So
I had.
We're done.
I had the DeLorean as well, which you had on the list. I had the I replaced Fire Land Speeder. That was one of the first iconic vehicles on screen in Star Wars. Certainly, it'd be I always thought that was cool. The concept was great. It looked great, and it was a cool toy. So my original Land Speeder, as we speak, and the Flintstone car.
I forgot about that.
Flintstone car, moving with your feet, just had a cool look to it.
Yep.
It made absolutely no sense
Little
how
Tykes
it
makes
actually
those.
would work.
Those are real. Little Tykes makes those. It's called a Cozy Coupe. Yeah,
cool. I like
real.
that.
That's actually the vehicle Brian took his driver's test in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that maneuverability was a motherfucker in that thing.
It was a little rough.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, I think we did it, boys.
That's it. So, I tell you what,
episode.
In honor, now Dean got one here. Dean, you want to show your convincing idiots tattoo?
I did. There we go.
Put that up on the screen there.
But...
That's right. So in honor of our 200th episode, our friends at Golden Heart Tattoo. So you can find them online at Golden Heart Norton and OR2ON. They've moved to Wadsworth, Ohio. Give them a call, 234-706-2982. And tell them you would like to get your celebratory 200th episode Convincing Idiots tattoo. And they will do that at full price for you in honor of our 200th episode,
0%
ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. And if you want, they could put a 200 underneath the logo.
They'll blow you for free, just like Blake Insurance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's right. And any one of us or all three of us would be happy to sign your arm and have Scott tattoo our signature.
Yeah.
Onto your body.
I don't care where.
My signature looks like a drawing of a dick and balls. So just
actually,
that's right.
I'm actually
Go ahead.
offering. I'm going to offer to sign the dick and balls. I mean, right there on
Yeah.
the fucking neck, right there.
Mhm.
On the neck.
Yeah.
Yep.
The growing and shrinking signature. It's a magic trick.
That's right.
Just for my first name and then my last name when it gets hard. And
Well, Nick's been practicing all summer, ladies and gentlemen, for the perfect outro, and now is the perfect time to hear it for our 200th episode. So, Nick, whenever you're ready, sir, please take us out
Absolutely.
for our 200th extravaganza.
200. In honor of our 200th episodes, we have had a lot of ad reads. We've covered a lot of topics. We've heard from a lot of different people. And one of our favorites was perhaps Brian, who sounded exactly like Barack Obama.
Mhm.
And my friends, he would probably tell you that, as Brian Fisher, the resident Zennial here on Convincing Idiots, you could find us on all of your favorite social media platforms. And in doing so, I would probably send it over to my good friend and legendary singer of the Bee Gees, Barry Gibb, to tell you that you could go ahead and take your happy ass over to our link tree. There, you're going to find all of the different links. Every single one. Facebook is on there, as well as Twitter, and also Instagram, and so many more, including TikTok. So, be sure to head over to Linktree. And if that's too much for you to remember, you can also head on over to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com.
it's a bit rusty.
For this episode of Convincing Idiots, I am Zennial Brian. Nope, just kidding. Gen X Brian is what it would be. I am out of practice. I'm Millennial Nick. I don't know who the fuck I am or what the fuck's going on, but this is an outro read. I'm Millennial Nick.
I'm Zennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
And this has been 200 episodes of Convincing Idiots. Have
We
we
did it.
convinced you that we deserve to do 200 more? Or even one more?
Zennial Dean, Gen X Brian, Millennial Nick. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe.
Ham gravy.
I realized what I was doing as I was doing it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Two. Keep it. I like it. Keep it.
That's good.
Unless you don't like it, we can redo it. But as I was like,
fucking
two.
love it.
And I was doing the zeros, and I'm like, I'm fucking jerking off air dicks. All right, cool. Double fisted.
That's great. That's brilliant. Yep.
I'm so glad I'm back. I'm so glad I'm back. This is the greatest show ever.
I miss this so much.
Oh my god.
Oh
Good
fuck.
stuff.
That's hilarious.
Good stuff.
Yeah, like literally as I'm doing it, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing right now?